All right. Hey, it's Doug Cunnington here, and I'm from Niche Site Project. I am testing out YouTube Live. I haven't done one of these streams before, and first off, it tells me on my phone that I have a slow connection here, so I'm not sure if this is going to work out well. So, right now, I'm working on the five-figure niche site launch, and I just opened up enrollment today. If you're watching this somehow, you probably found it through the fact that you're a subscriber to my YouTube channel, which is cool. If not, I'm really curious like how you found it, and I see there's some icons here, so I'm gonna touch the button so I could see maybe there's a chat that's going to happen. But I see there's a couple people watching, so I'm curious how you found me. If you're a subscriber for Niche Site Project, that's awesome. Glad to have you on. If not, I'm Doug Cunnington. I'm from Niche Site Project. I do affiliate marketing, mainly around Amazon affiliate stuff. So one of the main reasons I'm doing this is one, I'm launching my course right now. So I'm kind of there's a lot of stuff going on. Some people said that they may be a little interested in seeing this kind of information. Hey Steve, what's up? Thanks for joining, and Jeff as well. Okay, cool. All right, so maybe some folks that are have actually seen some webinars and stuff. So anyway, this is totally behind the scenes. There's a lot of like stuff going on, a lot of scrambling that I'm doing overall. Um, so I'm just going to share a little bit about that, and I'm also going to test out this YouTube live. So if you like this, just let me know in the chat, or yeah, I think you could. I don't know. There's a thumbs up, so I think you could like it or tap it. I know it's like that on that. It escapes me now. What's the big app that everyone uses, the live stuff? It's totally escaping me. I stopped using it because I put it on my phone, and then there were all these notifications about like video starting, and it was so distracting. So I just deleted it. But now I can't remember the name of it. It's so popular. Someone tell me what it is. So okay, I'll tell you some of the stuff that I'm looking at right now. So one thing I could show you, let me make sure there's no sensitive material here. So one thing I could show you is, well, I don't want to get too close to the Periscope. Yeah, Jeff, that's right, Periscope. I couldn't think of it. So I've been blocking off my days like this recently over the last couple weeks. I read the book called Deep Work, and it's just, I mean, it's so simple and mindless, but I literally draw out my schedule each one of the hours, and I try not to load it up too much. So it's actually a learning process for getting this stuff done, because I used to load up my schedule way too much. Like if I were to show you my to-do list from earlier this year, it's just a total mess, and I like never finished what I'm trying to do. Let me find a good example here. Yeah, so it's like a whole page worth of stuff here, and I just never finish it. So here, I have a couple tasks that I needed to do. One thing that I haven't mentioned and not many people know about is I'm rolling out a very small pilot for an affiliate program for the course. So I just have a couple friends that I've invited to check it out. Thing is, it's a premium course, meaning it's expensive, and I realize that. And one reason why I do that, by the way, I'll go ahead and go on a tangent. One reason why I raised the rates of the course from my course that I had a couple years ago is that people don't take it seriously. If it's an inexpensive course, people don't do anything, and it was really apparent that no one was taking action. And I enrolled in a course last year. It was actually a course on courses. It's very meta. It was a course on courses by Derek Halpern, and it cost close to $4,000, and that's a lot of money. I mean, it took me a long time to decide if I wanted to go for it, and it turned out to be a great decision. The result is the five-figure niche site course, and Derek's course was great, and with an investment of close to $4,000, I was going to do the work that he asked me to do. So even if I thought, hey, I already understand that material, I did every single worksheet. I did every single piece of work that was in that course, and it really paid off. What I didn't realize is those early steps, the stuff that you think you know, it's those things that really pay off at the end. So, um, like I said, to digress, the reason why I raised the rates of my course over time was because it got people really serious. It got rid of the tire kickers, right? It's only people that are really serious about making a change in their life. So moving on, I have like a pretty small schedule here. I'm gonna work on the next post later on this afternoon for the Go White Hat project, Go White Hat, and the other thing related to actually the launch, which is what I should be talking about. It's very small here; you could barely read it, but I'm scheduling an email for tomorrow, and I'm scheduling an email for Friday as well. So that's on Aweber, and I think there's not any critical information on this particular page. Let me just double check. And I'm not sure if it'll show up well, but it is my screen, and you can see I have a couple drafts set up ready to send out. So that's sort of what I'm looking at there. And one thing, since you kind folks decided to watch me ramble on here, I will say that one of the emails I sent out last Friday, I screwed up on the date. So if you followed me for a little while, you know that I relaunched this course, and I have like certain launch periods so that I can basically manage the support that I give each of the students that are in the course. So I launched in January, and long story short, I caught a cold last week. My wife started a new job, and like I was sort of stressed out, and there were some other distractions going on. And on Friday, when I was scheduling an email to be sent out on Saturday, I totally forgot to update the date. So that email, a few people replied back. Maybe if you guys saw that mistake, let me know in the chat and just say, yeah, I saw you screwed up, Doug. So yeah, I sent out an email with the wrong date, and it had like a January date. So I was pretty embarrassed. Like 3 or 4 people replied back to me and said, hey, you screwed up the date, Doug. But it's one of those things, right? So I'm trying to do a lot of different things, too many things, and like everything can't be perfect. So I was pretty hard on myself for a little while, but I mean, there's nothing I can do. If I want to send out emails and I want to, run my niche sites and, have a healthy social life, I can't like read every single line and do everything. That was a dumb mistake though. So it actually encouraged me to make sure I have an up-to-date and tight like checklist, and it'll probably end up being this for a pre-launch checklist. It'll probably end up being like hundreds of steps. Set up product X, set up the launch window in which a person can purchase, and all those technical details that I have to manage like on the inside of the course. I have to change the dates within the course. I have to set the schedule for the inner circle coaching calls and that sort of thing. So there's probably going to be at least 100 items in that checklist. So that's kind of the stuff that I have going on. And I'm going to do that checklist in Trello. So I have a calendar built around like the activities that need to be done. But as I'm looking through it, a checklist will probably be the best route for me, because I'll be able to just go to the checklist, start at the beginning, and it'll go down sequentially, really in order. So it won't be too hard for me to follow that. And let's see what else we have going on. I just scheduled and set up a webinar for this coming Thursday. So if people have been in the webinars before, let me know in the chat, or tap on the screen. I'm not sure if you tap on the screen what happens. I actually need to figure out how to work this thing, but that's part of the reason why I'm trying it here today. So I'm doing a webinar on Thursday, and I have been doing webinars. I've done like 11 or 12 this year, so almost every single week. I think I may have missed one week when I had a cold, and I'm going to do one this week, because it was launching today, and I just didn't have time to schedule it previously. Otherwise, I maybe would have had a webinar today. But I just pushed it to Thursday, and that works well with my schedule, and that's what I'm going to hold it. And the other webinars, I haven't pitched anything, but I'm going to pitch the course this time around because that's what you do. So at some point, I gave away like dozens of hours of like free content, so I don't feel too guilty about like offering the course. And of course, I'm gonna cover helpful material in that webinar as well. So, all right. Well, I think this turned out to be a good test. Oh, Jeff asked a question. When does Five Figure Niche Site actually start? So, it actually starts on May the 1st. So May the 1st is when it starts. However, you have access to like unit 0. So you get access to the first unit right away. And for people that are enrolling, actually I see there's 5 people watching right now. For people that enroll by like tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. my local time, you'll get a 15-minute like session with me. We'll hold it by Friday, end of day. I may be able to do some weekend stuff. I know I have a decent number of like international folks, but basically you get a 15-minute like Skype session. We just talk and basically get to know each other. If you actually want like specific advice on the site, or you have some business ideas you want to run past me or just brainstorm, you do that too. Most of the time, I just talk to people and get to know them a little bit. So, but to summarize the answer to that question, the course starts on May the 1st officially, but you get access to the first unit immediately as soon as you buy. And because, the good people here, looks like 7 folks are on right now, because, you guys are watching me here and not that many people are, I can tell you I'm rolling out a few other bonuses too. So some of those are, directly related to help you, get started on your niche site. Some are around productivity. So I have a productivity ebook that I haven't released it like on a wide scale at all, but occasionally I'll get it out to people. So it's kind of like the summary, the most useful stuff that I found in about a dozen books that I've read over the last year. And it's a very concise, action-oriented ebook. And Jesus asked, how much would be the cost to invest? Are you talking about the course, Jesus? Is that what you're asking about? How much the course cost? Hey, Mazo. Good to have you on. Jesus, okay. So the course is now open. There's several different packages, so I'm not even going to try and list it out here. So just go to fivefigurenichesite.com, and you can see all the huge long sales page and like all the information. There's actually helpful information on the sales page, so like even if you don't buy it, if it's not for you, that's cool. I totally understand. But there's actually some helpful information and just people that you can, be inspired by. There's some really cool testimonials. I got like updated stats from like Rob Atkinson, one of my business partners and a good friend of mine. So I have like updated stats for like some of his Amazon affiliate income. So that's pretty cool. All right, so I'm gonna finish it up here. One of the other reasons, I'll tell you a secret. One of the other reasons I'm doing this live is I had a meeting set with someone to do like an interview, and she like didn't show up. She didn't show up at all. So I was like, I don't know, maybe I could do a little video here. I've been thinking about it. So anyway, thanks for joining me today. If you like these, I'll do more of them. It's actually super easy to set it up on my phone and ramble on. It's good to catch up with you guys and gals, so really appreciate it. And I will check the stats later. It's pretty interesting. Shoot me an email if you have any questions. And oh yeah, actually before I finish up, so Masno, says he can't hear me. So can everyone hear me? By the way, can people hear me? I think so, because I think I was answering questions. Oh, Jeff, see you, man. Take it easy. Good to have you on. Hopefully, I'll see you in the course. All right, and Steven can hear me. So excellent, excellent. All right. Well, I'm going to get out of here. I need to go take my dog to the vet, get him some extra medicine. And you guys have a good day. Do let me know if you enjoyed this. I'll do more of them. And take it easy. We'll see you later.